Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ali. And it's just brilliant to be here and welcome you all. And I can see all your comments and just a lot of familiar names and new people as well in the chat. So just you're so welcome to this afternoon and evening of learning and reflection on trauma-informed practice in education. So my name is Catriona O'Toole and I'm assistant professor in the Maynooth University Department of Education. And I'm so excited to be bringing you this event, which features a stellar lineup of speakers, including Kimberly Schonert-Reichel, Sharon Lambert, and Dr. Gabor Mate later on in the evening. Also a very special film from Crooked House Youth Theatre, contributions from our students and teachers in Ireland, a panel discussion and mindfulness reflection with Dave McCormick. So just to give you a little sense of the context of this event, the event came about as a result of a collaboration between myself and Alcohol Action Ireland, and I'd like to just acknowledge and introduce my partners, Sheila Ginhini and Jennifer Haw, who you will see later on today in the afternoon and evening. And Alcohol Action Ireland have been strong advocates for trauma-informed practice in schools for many years, so it's wonderful to be working with them around this event. Also here is Ruth McKiernan, PhD candidate here in Maynooth University Department of Education, and you've already met Ali Warner, and together we will be your hosts for today. We will moderate the chat and we'll look after you throughout the day. The purpose of this event is really to raise awareness of trauma-informed practice, childhood adversity, trauma-informed practice in education, and to build capacity in the education system. And emphasizing, I suppose, the centrality of relationships, of compassion and of connection. Really here interested to see your comments and your openness, your curiosity, your interest, your intrigue. It's just fabulous for us to see, and we hope we can live up to expectations today. We would love to see a national framework for trauma-informed practice in Ireland, and we really hope that today will support us in thinking together about what that framework might look like. So really welcome you to continue with the conversation and enter into the chat, etc. The event is titled Where the Light Enters, Hope and Healing Through Trauma-Informed Education. So we are bringing a strength-based perspective, acknowledging the reality of adversity and trauma and suffering in children's lives, and indeed our own lives, whilst also honouring the wisdom of people's coping and survival strategies. In his poem, Childhood Friends, the poet Rumi writes, "Don't turn your head. Keep looking at that bandaged place. That's where the light enters you." Leonard Cohen in his track Anthem writes, "There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in." Today is about acknowledging the bandaged places, the wounds, the cracks that we all carry to greater or lesser extent. And it's about tapping into that amazing capacity that we have for healing, growth, and resilience. And particularly today, looking at the role of education in that process. So please, as I said, share your thoughts and reflections with us throughout the day using the chat. And if you're using Twitter, please use the hashtag #WhereTheLightEnters so we can connect and hook up in this conversation. Just want to thank hugely the Irish Research Council for making this event possible through the New Foundation scheme. It's a wonderful collaboration that's been enabled between myself as an academic and Alcohol Action Ireland. So we were going to hand open to Professor Ava Linonen, who's President of Maynooth University. I think Ava, the President, may have had some difficulties getting in. Do we know if she's been?
I'm afraid Professor Linonen is not with us yet, so maybe we'll have a guest appearance a little bit later.
Okay, so that's fine. Hopefully she will be able to join us a little bit later. Instead, when we were thinking of this event, I invited Peter Hussey, who's Artistic Director of Crooked House Youth Theatre, to produce a performance for us that connects with this theme of childhood adversity and trauma-informed practice. So This piece that Peter and his cast and crew have created is based on the real experiences of 3 young people who have had trauma and adversity in their lives and who exhibited behaviour that was sometimes misunderstood in the school setting. This piece, if you're seeing this, touches on behaviours and attitudes to look out for. The stories shared also tell us of the positive interactions of teachers and of education professionals who made a lasting difference to the lives of young people. So I really hope you enjoy this performance. I think it's very special. It's the first time we'll be seeing it. We got a sneak preview here in the background. I really hope you enjoy this.